Hello, group. Welcome to Extra Red Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, Rulebreakers Ball 2019 with Antiseen, Rancid Vat, Knowledge is for Fools, or KIFF, Hammerlock, Jethro Skull. Remember what I said? Jethro Skull? I love that name. Before I Hang, Cutthoats, and Wrath of Typhon. Man, it looked like fun. Yes, it's a 2019 recorded events between two nights. But they just released it a few months ago. And it's not available online. You have to trust them. Give them a 20 or whatever they charge. I got mine for free. Promo copy to the reviewer. It's a good set with 8 good bands. Not to be confused, because if you go ahead and Google this, Google's going to get confused. Because in 2019, Lizzo and others also had Rulebreakers something, but that was a pop thing. As you can tell with the blood in the face, they like their professional wrestling entertainment. This ain't pop. So don't get confused. It's 8 bands close to my heart and their influences. They're punk, southern rock, redneck, heavy metal, hard rock. Put it all in the stew, stir it up, you get these 8 bands. As for Hammerlock, their description is Motorhead, Black Flag, The Outlaws, and Leonard Skinner. Max them up. There you go. That pretty much applies for like all 8 of these bands, more or less. They can speak for themselves. But and when you listen to it, as I have repeatedly for the last, today, and for the last while since I got this from Ed, from KIFF, all of them, and pretty much they hang. This is an annual event somewhere. There is a Rulebreakers Ball. This last fall, it was in South Carolina. But in 2019, it was in San Antonio, Texas. I don't think it travels outside the United States. I don't think they travel north of the Mason-Dixon line. Mason-Dixon line is by Tennessee, right? I believe so. I'm in Cleveland. I'm in Union Territory. The side of the war that won so far. I think the South is rising again with Trump, even through their following a lanky. You don't get much more Yankee than Donald Trump in New York City. But I digress. It's a lot of fun. It's not expressively political. There's 2 songs. You may find something in the lyrics that I missed of the 20-something songs here. But 2 songs give away their attitude in general. Rancid Vat has a song called Die Hipster Die. Am I a hipster? I don't think I quite qualify. So, you know what we mean by hipster, right? And then Before I Hang has a song called Armed Americans. And they declare before playing the song they were in fact armed at that moment with guns. Hello, our friends in Europe and Australia. This is America we're talking about. Got our guns. Lots of guns around here. And the bulk, now I cannot talk about all 8 bands. 7 of 8 bands, their politics, they're discreet to the point about their politics. Maybe. They're discreet here. Other than Die Hipster Die and Armed Americans by Before I Hang, the other songs are not expressively political. But they do reflect a lifestyle found in rural areas with white males, I qualify, guns, rowdy, drinking, good time. And if you're maybe a minority, maybe kind of aggressive, maybe you shouldn't show up for these gigs. It may not be a gig for you. Okay? So, be warned. May not quite be your gig. So, there's one band, there's an exception. I'll get to it. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the dickens playing this over and over again. The mix, I have to warn you about. The mix is nice. But it is a mix. It is recorded from the crowd, not necessarily from the soundboard. So it's not those classic live records we love. From Ted Nugent and Leonard Skinner and Purple Man in Japan and One More from the Road and Double Live Gonzo. No. This is a club gig, even though it's a festival. It's a festival that's being held in a club. Okay? I assume a fairly large club, but it's a club. With maybe a couple hundred people there. So on the first track you hear on this some people are being rude and laughing and saying thank you to the waitress and whatnot as the bands are playing, especially on the first half of this recording. When they move to the other later half, because if you have a big screen TV on the bottom, you'll notice that. On this occasion, the Rulebreakers Ball was held on 2 separate nights in 2 separate clubs in San Antonio. So, the first night, crowdsourced, some of the people nearby the source of the recording are not paying attention to the band. They're saying thank you to the waitress. They're laughing, whatever. We're not talking about a large crowd. We're talking about individuals speaking, okay, interfering, like in a live gig, with your hearing the act playing at the same time. This is an authentic document. It is a darn good mix. Bottom end's pretty good. Top end's pretty good. So it's better than bootleg. I doubt this is a bootleg? Discuss. I'm sure Ed from KIFF will disagree. You sent me this fine thing. I'm just saying the source of the recording is apparently not from the soundboard. So, but they fixed it really well. It's a really nice mix, but not pristine like you expect from official live recordings of bands and festivals and whatnot that you own a lot of. I own a bunch of all around me. Good mix. Enjoy the mix. But it's authentic. You're in the crowd. And it's like hearing this show in a bar. Okay? It is very much like that. So, I recommend it. I like it. But you can't hear it online. Maybe somewhere. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. Pieces of this are somewhere looking around on YouTube or whatever, where you can hear it. Individual band sets. Because basically you get 2 songs per band, except for the 2 headliners. Antiseen. You get 4 songs with Hammerlock headlining the second night and finishing this. You get about 3 songs and a lot of talking from Travis. Too much yakking. The talking I appreciate. It's not political talking. He's talking about the good old days of Confederacy of Scum, which I guess is a predecessor to the Rulebreakers Ball. Antiseen and Hammerlock were both involved in the Confederacy of Scum. Bands very much similar to this, but they were known as Confederacy of Scum, and they would play gigs, super shows together, here and there. And as Travis from Hammerlock says, they were a family. And it sounds like fun. Wish I could have been there. So, And again, thanks to Ed from KIFF. I reviewed this earlier. Fine record. Ed in his note to me in my care package says look forward to new KIFF and his side band. Let me show you the rest of the package. See, that looks snazzy. The back cover. Yeah, four songs from Antiseen, 3 from Rancid Vat, 2 from Wrath of Typhon, 2 from Jethro Skull, great band name, 2 from KIFF, 2 from Cutthoats, and 2 from Before I Hang. And if you'd like to see what you're going to buy, there you go. Is the clear bad? Oh, it looks really awful. Sorry. That's why I take it out of the jewel case. So I enjoyed it immensely. But if you want to own a copy like I have, you have to go to one of the 8 bands, apparently, or go on eBay. In eBay, you can buy this for $20, a sawbuck, American. Plus shipping. You can have your own copy. If you love one of these bands, I say go for it. If you love 2 of these 8 bands, you absolutely gotta go for it. Okay? If you own physical. I told you about the mix. It is a good mix. I enjoyed the mix. But the mix is not soundboard mix. It's in the crowd. At least the first night. Second night, it seems clearer, cleaner. But I love the mix is good. I'm sure my neighbors appreciate my playing the stereo. Here's my one warning. It is Hammerlock. If I have any progressives watching right now, progressive people around the world, just be careful. You're being warned. I warned you kind of well enough before. Okay? And, I own Antiseen. Does the rebel flag motif give it a clue? They're not politically correct. More Antiseen. And Hammerlock. I own Hammerlock. Okay? Compromises for cowards. Don't agree. I own 4 Hammerlock. Thank you. Fell behind on Hammerlock releases in the last generation, I guess. Just that Hammerlock is more political than the other 7 bands. And they're more active politically than the other 7 bands. So be forewarned. Travis and his wife, Elizabeth, their daughter, Cheyenne, is active in Turning Point, USA. You know, the one where their leader got assassinated, Jelly Kirk, guy in the neck? Yeah. So, Hammerlock, like even more so than Ted Nugent, well, no, Ted Nugent, like Ted Nugent, are very politically involved. So, if you'd be upset with me, if you took to heart my recommendation, now I warned you, they're not progressives, okay? Their politics is fairly subdued in this collection, but Hammerlock, like Ted Nugent, is very involved in politics, period. And I found extensive reporting, not by professionals, by socialists in California, where Hammerlock is from. Go figure, Hammerlock's from San Francisco? Their choice. California is a cool place to live in, I'm told. Through their latest album is called California Tyranny. Why are you still there? You're in America. You can move to Texas or Florida. Just saying. But California's nice too. I'm sure they have family in the area they don't want to leave behind. We've been there. So just keep that in mind. Hammerlock is empty here in California politics. The daughter ran for office, allegedly, reportedly. You know, an officer in Turning Point, USA. The husband-wife team, you know, because Hammerlock is the married couple of Travis and Elizabeth Kenny. You know, bass player and guitar singer. So, yeah, you kind of supporting Hammerlock if you buy this, kind of. So, you're warned. If it's that important to you, you're warned. I've been known to be whatever, politically. Though I'm kind of aggressive nowadays, because you have to be. It's either that or fascism. Hammerlock is very much rock against communism, I think, is what their gig is. And socialism and whatnot. And the socialists are offended by that. Go figure. So, just be forewarned that Hammerlock is not really that subtle about their politics, much like Mr. Nugent. I love Ted Nugent's music too. It's just, I don't agree with the politics anymore. Did I used to? Who cares? Just so you know. So, remember, if you like a number of the bands listed here, you love one, think about it. You love two, you gotta go for it. And if you don't know the bands, like I really don't know most of these bands, it blends together, okay, in a good way. And I like that. I describe the genre. It's southern rock, it's punk, it's hard rock, it's heavy metal, stirred together with a redneck American attitude. And at least in this collection, the politics are not expressed other than what I noted before. Ain't no ballads here. God knows there's no ballads here. And Lord knows I discussed the politics into the ground. You like this video? Give it, and thank you to Ed, because I do appreciate Ed sending this to me. Thank you again. I take promo copies. I'll give you a mailing address if you want me to review something. If you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to Action Rat Corner. Ring the notification bell. Go sample the 8 bands on YouTube. Pretty much, I think only one I couldn't find on YouTube. I think Cutthoats I couldn't find. Maybe. But all 7 are pretty much found on YouTube. You can sample all of them. You like those 7 bands? You sample them, you go, ooh, this is what I'm about. Then you buy this. It's a nice set. And for the latest in action rock, garage rock, punk, psychobilly, rockabilly, stoner, if it rocks, regardless of the politics, they'll all warn you about any politics. Come back to the Action Rock Corner, I'll have it for you. Thank you for watching. Have fun with your music, and we'll see you again soon.